Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Zainab Oladapo, your ultimate success coach, coaching Muslims who want to become philanthropists. This is day 3 of the Ramadan Happiness Habits Challenge, and you are welcome. I am happy to be talking to you now. How is it going? I'm sure it's great. So what are we talking about today? We're talking fill your cup first. There's one thing we've all known because we hear it over and over and over again, is that you can't give what you don't have, dear sis. If you don't have something, you can't give it. You have to already have it. We need to fill our cups first. We need to take care of ourselves first. As a woman, we have this natural, tendency which Allah has given us to nurture. It's a very, very important role, without which the fabric of society will fall apart. We are nurturers. But what has happened is that because of what the world is now, we have gotten onto the fast track, and we tend to nurture naturally, but we forget to nurture ourselves. So what it means is that we eventually give and give and give and give, and then we deplete ourselves. We deplete ourselves to the point that we give, and then we're running on empty. And what happens to a vehicle that runs on empty? It stops. It stops and then cannot move anymore. And do remember that before a vehicle even gets into empty, it first needs to get into its reserve capacity before going on empty. A lot of us are already running on reserve. We need to change something so that we don't get to hit empty. We have to work in our emotional well-being. We have to work on our emotional well-being. Sis, where exactly are you? Are you on full? Is your tank half empty? Has it gone all the way to reserve? Let's fix it, inshallah. And how are we going to do it? We are going to work on self-compassion. Allah is a Rahman, the compassionate. The word Rahman is also it's similar to that of Rahim, but it's all about compassion. Allah is the most compassionate, and He has given us some of this compassion. And who deserves this compassion? Who is the first person that deserves this compassion? It is you, dear sis. Because remember that Allah will ask you first about you. He will ask you first about you. There's a verse in the Quran that says that we should save our souls first from the fire of hell. So it automatically means that we have to work on ourselves first. Because that is when we can get something to give to others. And by the way, that is what we will be questioned about. We will be questioned about ourselves. I will be questioned about myself. You will be questioned about yourself. So how do we get to the point that we fill our cups? The habits that we'll need to build will be that of love thyself first. What do you think about that? Yes. Love thyself first. What it means is that we need to go to the inside and deal with our feelings. There are a lot of feelings that we can't just bottle up and move on, and they don't serve us. To be able to have a space to operate at our peak capacity, to gun for that ultimate success we're gunning for, we need to have that space to operate, that space within us to operate. And we can only get that space when we start to love ourselves. When you start to love yourself, sister, you'll feel great. You know what I want you to do right now? I want you to put your arms around yourself as though you're hugging yourself. Put your arms around yourself and hold it there for a bit. Feel the feelings that you will feel when a friend of yours that you know loves you so much hugs you. When she gives you a big, tight hug. Feel those feelings. The feelings of being loved. The feelings of acceptance. The feelings of no judgment. Those feelings that come with pure acceptance of all your warts and all the flaws. Complete acceptance. I'm sure it feels great. MashaAllah. It really feels good. And before you let go of that hug, try smiling. Try to smile. Smile. Even if you have to force it, smile. Even if your lips are stiff, just give it a shot. Try. Even if you don't feel the smile, smile. MashaAllah. MashaAllah. If you need a bit more time, you can still go ahead and hug yourself and smile. All you need to do is just to pause and then come back to it later. Enjoy those nice feelings that come with feeling accepted and feeling loved. Alhamdulillah. So how did that feel? For different people, it'll feel different. Because I'm sure that loads of us, maybe you too, haven't hugged yourself before. One thing I've learned in my journey is that we don't have to wait for anyone to give us a hug. We can give ourselves that hug whenever we need the hug. The hug is very therapeutic. It releases happiness hormones in you. Makes you feel loved and warm. You know, that warm feeling. Our happiness is entirely in our hands. It's not in the hands of anybody else. And we can only help other people be happy when we are happy. We don't help people be happy, become happy by just doing things for them and giving ourselves without being happy ourselves. So the first responsibility we have is to be happy, make ourselves happy from within. Remember, the key is that it has to be from within. Our happiness lies within us, not outside us. I found this out a couple of years back when I started this journey of focused self-transformation. I was running a test online, something about whether either a personality test or something similar, and the question was, okay, feel how you felt when you were happy, and it actually went into say, okay, what are the things that make you happy? And then by then, I was already in a situation where I felt stuck in life. I realized I didn't have an answer that I liked, because I realized that the things that made me happy were things from the outside. There were things I did, mostly things I did for people, not even things I did for myself. So I realized that I was actually looking for happiness in the wrong places. And then I realized that I needed to find how to find this happiness within me. And Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, it has helped me in making tremendous changes in my life. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So for you to get the Ramadan you want, look for that happiness within, the strength within, all the resources you have, or rather, the ones you need are already within you. You have it all. It's all in the inside, and you can only find it when you quieten your mind and really, really look inside. And of course, doing it, you have to accept yourself. You have to love yourself for you to find it within. So what's your task going to be today? It's working on your smile. It's going to be working on your smile. If you already have a great smile, good. It will be that you need to find more people to smile at. And if you don't have a good smile, it will be to look for that smile and create the smile. I'm someone who didn't find smiling very easy, actually. And I'm actually learning to smile, alhamdulillah. And what I found was that I found myself smiling more when I'm not at home. And recently, I realized that it was because I didn't receive that many smiles when I was growing up in my house. At least from my own perspective, I didn't see people around me smile so much. So I think I sort of became, I don't know, just picked up that default of not smiling so much in the house. And one of my goals for the past couple of months actually has been to work in my smile. And alhamdulillah, I know it's getting better and better each day. So to make this task easier, this is what we're going to do. You're going to look for that pocket mirror of yours in the bag. You know that makeup mirror that you've got stashed there somewhere. You're going to take it out and look at yourself. And then you're going to smile at yourself in the mirror. Yes, smile at you in the mirror. Isn't that the best thing you can do to yourself? Give yourself a smile. Remember that a smile is charity as well. So smile at yourself. And then when you're at it, you're going to do something. You're going to make that dua. There's a dua that is meant for when you see yourself, when you look at yourself in the mirror. So I'm going to share that dua with you. And I'm going to say that dua. And inshallah, you will smile in the mirror. So if you find it difficult to smile, like I used to find it difficult to smile, and I still struggle sometimes, that I actually have to have a grin on my face, like a forced one. And then eventually the muscles will realize that, okay, this lady really wants to smile. And then the muscles of my face relax. And then I can actually create a genuine smile. Everybody knows what a genuine smile is. When you smile genuine, your eyes actually repeat that smile. So I'm going to share with you that dua you're going to make now. Alhamdulillah, Allahumma kama hasanta khaliki fahasin khuliki. It means, praise be to Allah. O Allah, as you have beautified me, beautify my character. Isn't that a beautiful dua? This was what Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said when he looked into the mirror. It's a lovely dua because it tells you one thing. You are acknowledging the fact that Allah has made you beautiful. You are perfect just the way you are. Isn't that beautiful? You are acknowledging that Allah has beautified you. And then you are asking Him to beautify your character. To beautify our character. We are perfect just the way we are. You are beautiful just the way you are. So imagine learning this dua now and then making this dua every single time that you look into the mirror during the month of Ramadan. What do we want to get into Jannah? Remember that Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam told us that our character is one very large component of what we need to get to Jannah. Our deen is our character. So imagine asking Allah over and over and over again to beautify us by beautifying our character. And know again that whenever you acknowledge what Allah has given to you by thanking Him, He gives you more. May Allah beautify your character, my dear sis. Insha'Allah, bi qudratillah, and Ameen. So, it's time to go do your task. Find that mirror. Smile at yourself and make the dua. And keep working on your smile. And please do share what this activity was like for you. What was day 3 like? It's going to be a lot of fun in there when we hear everybody sharing how it was like when they smile at themselves in the mirror. It's going to be great. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. So that's the end of today's talk. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Zainab Oladapo, your ultimate success coach, signing off.